Hello and welcome to the BIZDIREX reviews presentation. Today we're going to walk you through some of the features and benefits of the BIZDIREX reviews program and show you some ways how it can help you get more customers quickly and help you to grow and scale your business. So let's start out with a quick thought exercise. Let's try to get into the heads of our potential customers. How are they currently shopping online? How are they making a decision on what company to move forward with depending on what product or service they're looking for? So there's likely to be tons of options no matter what they're looking for. So how do you pick the best product or the best company to work with? Well, one of the best ways to determine if a product or service business is going to be good is by getting feedback from people that have already purchased or already used said product or service. So let's see an example here. Let's say you're looking for a dentist in your local area. You got to get a root canal. You find two local dentists. One is Dr. Teeth, one is Dr. N. Sizer. As you can see, Dr. Teeth here has a 1.1 star rating with 92 reviews, and Dr. N. Sizer has a 4.2 star rating with 89 customer reviews. So I don't know about you, but I'm probably not letting any dentist with a 1.1 star rating get anywhere near my teeth. And the same goes for most people out there. So as you can see, 87% of consumers will not consider a local business with low ratings. So let's look at another example here. Say you are looking for a place to stay, you're looking for a hotel or a motel. You do a quick Google search, you find two local places you could potentially stay. One is the Sleep Inn, one is Nice Suites. So Sleep Inn has a 4-star rating, Nice Suites also has a 4-star rating, but if you notice, Sleep Inn has 489 customer reviews and Nice Suites only has 2 customer reviews. So the rating is the same essentially, but one has a lot more customer reviews than the other. So where would you sleep? I mean, personally, I'm probably going to go with the one with more customer reviews. And as you can see, 44% of consumers pay attention to the quantity of reviews, not just the number of stars that it has. So let's look at one more example. Say you got a hankering for some pizza and you do a quick online search in your local area to find a pizza place. You find two. One is Pizza Bagel, 3.1 stars, 32 reviews. The other is Bagelini's, also 3.1 stars, also 32 reviews. So they look pretty identical, right? If you dig into it a little bit further, you'll notice that Pizza Bagel's most recent review was 1 week ago, and Bagelini's most recent review was 2 years ago. So personally, I'm probably going to put more stock into the company that has most recent reviews. Just because a place was good 2 years ago doesn't mean it's still providing the same level of service and quality. So it's really important to have fresh and consistent reviews coming in from your customers. It's not really surprising that 69% of consumers only find relevance in reviews that are less than 2 to 3 months old. So it really goes without saying that reviews matter. You have to pay attention to the rating, the quantity, and the recency. They're all crucial. So a lot of these concepts, they seem like no-brainers, but I guess the question you have to ask yourself is how much are you truly focusing on your reviews right now for your business, considering how important they are? Besides getting more good reviews, do you think bad reviews also have an adverse effect on your business? So just think about what would happen if you just completely ignored all the reviews coming in from your business and did nothing. Probably wouldn't be a good thing, right? So let's think of this in terms of how your company is potentially showing up on search engines and how people are finding you. So let's take an example here. We have the Brooklyn Star. It's a Southern Comfort restaurant in Brooklyn. And if you look at their Google listing, and you see what's on it, you see location data, you see some images, their Facebook page, and then finally you see reviews like on Yelp. So Facebook, Bing, Yelp, there's hundreds more places where your company potentially shows up, and I could show you all of them, but it's probably a little overkill. The point is that your brand is scattered all over the web, and reviews are a major part of that. So your reviews are everywhere your brand is, and that's potentially a lot of places. A lot of businesses spend thousands on a website trying to make it perfect, but they completely neglect other places where most people are actually finding their business in the first place. So traditionally, reviews were not really the domain of marketing and were for the most part out of your control. Customer would leave bad reviews and there wasn't really a ton you could do about it to protect your brand image, your reputation. That fell within more of the domain of customer support or the operations team. Today, it's not really like that. It's a world where marketers and small business owners really need to change how they influence and interact with reviews, and they need to start looking at reviews as part of their overall search engine strategy. So the way in which your business is ranked on the search engines, particularly Google, since it's the largest search engine and probably where most of your customers are going to come from, it's moved beyond the world of strictly SEO, search engine optimization. Google says there's three important factors to local rank, which is essentially how you're ranked in local searches for your particular industry or business. The three factors are relevance, distance, and prominence. So in this case, prominence is defined as a business's reputation, which includes review count and also rating. So basically what Google is saying is that it's literally ranking your business in the local pack, the local search, based on how many Google reviews you have and how good they are. So these are reviews that people leave on your Google My Business listing. And if you don't stay on top of those by responding to that feedback, you're risking whether your business will even show up in local searches. So here's another really important thing to consider. If you put reviews on your Google local page, this isn't your website, this is basically your Google local listing card. So when you put your reviews on there, you can actually get stars to show up in organic search results. So we've moved kind of beyond the whole SEO thing, trying to get your website to rank. Reviews are becoming an increasingly important part of getting your business ranked higher in the search engines. And they've also added reviews from the web to the local card. So basically this is where Google is pulling in reviews from authoritative sources like Yelp and other reviews and listings pages. They pull all those reviews in to help your potential customers make educated decisions. And one of those sources where they're getting reviews from is your very own local page. So now when you're adding reviews and adding stars to your Google local listings page, you're also seeing those reviews prominently displayed in the local card. So this card is going to show up in mobile search right at the top. It's going to show up in the Google Maps results and a lot of other places. So it's really important to pay attention to. The experience is very similar in Bing and other search engines out there. Google's obviously the big dog in the space, so you really need to pay attention to adding reviews to that Google local card and getting those reviews and rankings showing up in the search engine results page. So when you put those stars and those reviews on your local page, they're going to show up in the search engine results. As you can see here, there's a couple Allstate agents there listed towards the top. You can see their rankings displayed prominently. So it's not surprising that when you do get those reviews and those stars showing up in the local results, in the search engine results, there's an increase of 153% click-through to your website. So when people see those stars, they're more likely to click on that link and move through to your actual website. So the question is, how do you get those reviews to show up on your page and into the search engine results and onto your local card? Well, if you go to Google, they actually state that businesses who want to show stars on their local pages and in those search engine results, it's crucial that they're collecting those ratings directly from their own users and not from other sites. So although Google does pull in information from Yelp and other review sites, the most important reviews and the ones that carry the most weight are the ones that you're generating yourself from your users and your customers and your clients, and that are listed on your Google local page. So Google's basically telling us that they already have access to what people are saying about your business on Yelp and Facebook and all that, but you can't simply repurpose those reviews you already have on your own site if you want to show stars in the organic search engine results. You have to get your own reviews from your own customers and not rely on those third-party sites. So to get star power or prominence and high ranking in the search engine results, you have to show Google fresh content that's generated by you and lives on your site and comes directly from your customers. So when you add all these factors up, how customers care about reviews and all the changes we see in how the search engines work this year, it's pretty clear that if you want to star in search, reviews are the absolute key. So I know that's a lot to take in. Your head's probably spinning by now. It seems like a ton of work. It seems kind of confusing. There's a lot of things out there that you have to consider, and that's why we created this. That's why we're so excited to share the BIZDIREX Reviews platform with you. We've designed a comprehensive solution to help you manage your local reviews and to help you put the best version of your brand everywhere your customers potentially could interact with you. So Reviews has 5 core features. You have monitoring, you have generation, publishing, response, and insights. So we're going to take you through each one of these features and show you all this great stuff in action. So let's start with the first aspect of the platform, monitoring. So review monitoring gives you the visibility to see all the reviews of your locations that customers leave across the web. We have direct data integrations into over 100 different websites that collect reviews. So this platform basically pulls information and reviews all across the web in real time. So anytime any customer leaves a review on any one of these websites, you know about it right away in real time by utilizing the monitoring feature in the platform. So why is monitoring what your customers say about you in real time so important? Well, it doesn't matter what business you're in or what you're selling, you're inevitably going to get a negative review. And there's two things you can do about it when this happens. One is to ignore it, just let it go, which is probably not the greatest idea. The second is what we call the hug your haters approach. So the hug your haters approach is when you actually respond to these negative complaints and reviews and do everything you can to make that customer happy. So sometimes this will result in that customer going back and changing their review, but it also goes a long way into other people that are looking at your reviews. If they see you're actively responding to complaints and you actually care about your business and you care about making people happy, that goes a long way. So the monitoring component of the BIZDIREX reviews platform will help you to identify these negative reviews when they come through in real time, so you can respond accordingly, to rectify the situation, to take care of any customer complaints and make things better, make the customer happy. So beyond taking the passive approach and just responding to any negative reviews come through and trying to rectify the situation, how do you get people that were actually happy with your product or service to leave reviews? Well, the fact of the matter is most people that are happy with your service or you provided, the quality that they expected, they're not really motivated to leave a review because you met their expectations. Well, there's a strategy that we called firing up your fans that will help to get those reviews from people that were actually happy with the service you provided. It's pretty interesting. 70% of people will leave a review if you just ask them. So usually you don't need to provide any kind of special incentive just by simply asking somebody to leave a review. In 70% of cases, they will happily do that, especially if they were happy with the service you provided. On the contrary, unhappy customers are more than happy to leave a review if they feel dissatisfied. So you don't really want a few detractors lowering your overall rating just because those happy people weren't actively going on and leaving reviews for your company. So firing up your fans and actually asking for those reviews is really important, and it works. And this all brings us to the second component of the BIZDIREX reviews platform, which is review generation. So actually reaching out to your customers and getting those reviews, adding those reviews to your website, and then seeing those reviews and those stars show up in the search engine results page. One of the ways this is done is via email. So you just send an email blast out to your customers, you thank them for their business, you ask them for a review, and then you get those reviews and post them to your site, and then they show up in the search engine results. So email is just one way to generate reviews, but there's a ton of other ways. So how else can we collect these reviews? Well, you can put a review request form on your website. You can send out a text message. You can link to a landing page from your app and use push notifications to direct people to that link. You can post a URL near your checkout page. You can print it on comment cards. You can also even add it to your receipts. You can collect reviews in any of these ways all at the same time. And however you choose to do it, we're going to help you ensure that those reviews are collected efficiently and that they'll be optimized for search. So that means you can use these reviews later on to display your true rating, put those stars in the search results, and then ensure the best version of your business is always on display to the public. So all these reviews that you are collecting from your own customers, these are called first-party reviews. And we also spoke about how those stars on the organic search results page and how they could boost the click-through rate and engagement. So how do we get that star power? How can we leverage the power of generating reviews and get those published out there for the world to see? Well, that brings us to the third component of the BIZDIREX Reviews platform, which is review publishing. So inside the reviews platform, there's a super simple widget you can use that makes it really easy to add those reviews that you've generated from your website, from your apps, from email, from your location pages, and get those reviews to be added to the organic search results. Besides getting your reviews to show up in the search engine results page and your local business card, there's other ways in which you can leverage and utilize the reviews that you're generating through the publishing component of the reviews platform. Some of these ways include showing the reviews in your marketing emails that you send out, showing these reviews in your checkout flow on your website. You can even show the reviews in any paid ads. So if you're engaged in PPC, you can get your stars to show up on your paid ads that show up in the search engine results. So just to quickly recap, we've seen the monitoring aspect of the platform, we've seen the review generation aspect, and we've seen the review publishing. And then the fourth aspect or component on the platform is the ability to respond to reviews, so review response. The response tab actually lets you see any third-party reviews that are left on any sites like Yelp or any other third-party review collection websites in real time, and also any reviews that you're collecting yourself, the first-party reviews. So a bunch of studies have been done on the effects of review response from increasing customer loyalty and growing revenue. So we make this whole process really simple. The second you see that you've got a new review, you can go into the dashboard and respond like the thoughtful, attentive vendor that we know you are. So this is a really great opportunity to engage with your customers, especially when you can resolve their issues quickly. And it also indicates to potential prospects or potential clients, customers, that your business values the customer experience and you're going to do everything you can to make it right. So remember, not responding is by default a form of response. It's kind of an admission of guilt. You don't care enough to go in and rectify the situation, and that goes a long way. People see that and they see that you're not responsive, and it could have a potential negative impact on their decision-making process on whether they want to move forward with your business or not. So remember, firing up your fans, your customers can be your biggest advocates, and responding to reviews can inspire their loyalty and increase their lifetime value. And that's not all. If you respond to first-party reviews that you generated, the system and the platform will automatically email the customer with the option to view your response and edit their original review. So they can edit everything from their written feedback to the actual rating. So with this functionality, hugging your haters can actually turn them into fans. It increases the likelihood that the reviews you generate will end up being positive, which gives you more confidence that when you display them in search results, their customers or your potential customers are getting a true feel and a true rating of what other people have said about your business. So with that being said, are you currently responding to your online reviews? If you are, what does that process look like? Do you have a team that manages it? Do you have to do that yourself? Does somebody need to approve responses before they go live? Do you have any way of managing that process efficiently? So if you're not doing any of this, what's keeping you from building a strategy here, considering how important it can be for a potential customer when they're making a decision whether to move forward with you or someone else in your industry? One interesting study we found was that businesses that are active and respond to their reviews see, on average, a quarter-star increase in their average rating. So without changing a thing, just by directly responding to any reviews that are left, whether positive or negative, you can see a quarter-star jump in your rating, which can have a huge effect on your business and your revenue. And this brings us to the fifth and final component of the BIZDIREX reviews platform, which is called Insights. So Insights is a way to learn from your reviews. It gives you detailed analytics on what people are saying about your business. You're able to see words that frequently pop up in reviews of different ratings. If you have multiple locations for your business, you can see how well specific locations are doing. It gives you a heat map, which gives you a macro view of all your locations, and then you can see how they compare to one another. So these are just great tools that help marketers, management, they help franchisees, and of course business owners learn from their reviews, learn from any mistakes their company may be making, and understanding the pain points and frustrations for their customers. Just helps build stronger relationships when you're continually analyzing your business, figure out what you're doing wrong based on what customers are telling you, and then fixing those issues. So one of the ways you can make the BIZDIREX reviews platform work for you, make things a little bit easier and more efficient, is to schedule customizable notifications for whenever you get a new review. And here's an example of what a notification email might look like. So you'll see there's a couple notifications here, both coming from Facebook. It shows all the information of the customer that left the review, shows you the amount of stars they gave you, and then any comments they provided. So this is a really cool tool to help you keep up to date with what people are saying about your business. So here's an example of how reviews can fit into your current sales processes and sales cycle. So once that review is published on your website and shows up on your local card in the search results, other potential customers in the future are going to be able to see that review, and then they're going to probably base their decision on the review that's appearing on their local search results. Another thing you're able to do on the platform is sync up any systems you're currently using in the day-to-day operations of your business and connect those with the reviews platform. So you can sync it up with your CRM, your point of sale system, your mobile app, or any other contact database via API. So you can directly integrate with those systems. Or if it's easier, you can upload a spreadsheet with all the contacts that you want to request reviews from, and you can even send out single invites at a time manually through the platform. We even provide email templates in the platform that you can customize to your business to send out to your customers to make it a little bit easier on you, so you're not having to create stuff from scratch. You can use the templates that are already available and just kind of tweak them to be consistent with your brand messaging to send out to your customers to request those reviews. So one common worry for companies and business owners is if they ask for reviews, they'll end up generating more bad reviews. Hopefully that's not the case, but we have taken that into account with the BIZDIREX reviews platform, so you can be more confident when you're going out there and asking for reviews from your customers. So what we do is we quarantine any first-party reviews that you generate for up to 7 days. So during the 7-day window, you can flag any review for inappropriate or spam content, and then that enables us to remove them in accordance with the Google guidelines. And it also gives you a chance to respond to those reviews before they go live. So in the event that you do generate a bad review, you can give the customer a chance to edit that review if they're satisfied with how you responded to their review in the first place. You can even set up workflows on the platform to delegate the responsibility of responding to those reviews, so you can empower your local employees or managers to go in and respond to reviews. You can set up the workflow so that corporate has to approve any review response before it goes live. So it's just a way to make the whole process more efficient and allows your employees and management to really take ownership of the review responses, and then corporate maintains control over any of those responses before they go live. Well, this concludes the presentation of the BIZDIREX reviews platform, and if nothing else, hopefully you've taken something away from what we shared with you today, and we'll begin to put more focus into generating and responding to reviews about your business if you haven't done so already. So if you do want to explore the BIZDIREX review system any further, please reach out to us with any questions or to schedule a live demo of the platform. Thanks for your time and have a great day.